Okay, so today's topic is SQL performance best practices, right? Actually, this topic is totally focused on the query optimization part, right? So, in earlier sessions, we already discussed what is the meaning of query optimization, right? So, query optimizations means when you solve any problem, right? N number of ways to solve a query, right? Suppose a particular problem can solve with the help of join, with the help of nested, right? Some other functions and mechanisms you can use. So, n number of possible solutions for a particular problem. All are correct. So, what is the problem? When all the solutions are correct, so we choose anyone, there is no problem. But the problem arises when the database size are increased, right? So when the database size is increased and your query is not optimized, so the fetching of the records is take maximum time, right? When they take the maximum time, then then your performance is slow down. And after a certain time period, your waiting time is longer, right? So that is a frustrating moment, right? So a number of solutions are available, but we choose a optimal solution of that problem. That is a part of query optimization or best practices of SQL performance, right? Okay. So uh, at that part, right, we focus on certain topics, right? That topics are directly related to how to optimize the query. Okay. So first thing and most essential part is asterisk symbol, right? Most of the time we unknowingly or unknowingly, intentionally or unintentionally use select asterisk from table name, right? What is what are the disadvantages of selecting asterisk from table name, right? We take an example. Suppose a table contain right 40 attributes, okay, 40, and you want to only 2 to 3 attributes, okay. So when you perform the query, select asterisk from, suppose we take a table name EMP, so select asterisk from EMP, right? Where ID equal to 1. Okay. So we searching a particular ID. That's okay. Where ID equal to 1. There is no problem. But the problem is that I want to only display the employee number, employee ID, employee name and mobile numbers. Why we display remaining 37 column, right? There is no need, right? So when we use the select asterisk from EMP, so at that case, what is the problem? 37 unwanted column also display on your screen. That takes a additional time, right? If the database size is large, when you search a record and you display the additional information which are not required, it takes some time, right? So how to reduce that time? There is no requirement of the 37th column. We required only 3 columns. So instead of asterisk, we use directly that attribute's name, right? So the modify query is select ID, comma name, comma mobile number from EMP. That is a more suitable query in comparison to asterisk. Is that clear? If you write select asterisk from EMP where ID equal to 1, or you write select ID comma name comma mobile number from EMP where ID equal to 1. So which query is more effective? First or second? Second one is effective because we focus only the 3 parts. The remaining parts are not required for our desired output. So the first query display the 37 additional attributes that are not required. They are time consuming to display the things, right? So that is a one part. So in best practices point of view, never use the asterisk thing. And the second, why we not use the asterisk? Suppose we are a developers, we develop anything for the development point of view, we use some additional columns, right? So in real world, you never sees the ID concept, right? Always we display the things on the basis of name. ID is not displayed, right? most and some other parts we use for the programming purpose, they are not displayed from the user end. So when we use the asterisk, so each and everything are displayed for the user end side. So that is a problematic thing. So how to change this thing, right? So that is a part. Clear? So if you use the select asterisk, right? So each and everything is displayed on the user hand side, which you want or don't want. So that is a problematic thing. So in real world, when the programmer do these things, they always conscious about these things. They never use the asterisk because the hide of information from the user side is a first reason, and the second and most important reason is that don't display the unnecessary information which are not required for the user point of view, right? So these are the 2 points that we not use the asterisk symbol in select statement, select asterisk from AMP, right, or table name. And one more question has arises, sir. Sir, suppose we want to display all the attributes in a table. Definitely, if we want to display all the records of the table, all the attributes of the table, not records, all the attributes of the table. So at that case, we use the asterisk. That is compulsory condition, right? I want to display all 40 records. That our requirements. That's my requirement. So I use the select asterisk. But my requirement only the 3 to 4. So we never use the asterisk, right? So in most of the time, in hard and fast condition, we use the asterisk. Otherwise, we eliminate the or we avoid the use of asterisk in select statement. Okay. Now move on the next part. This is a another part, how to optimize the query in respective of distinct statement. Okay. So what is the concept of distinct? The distinct concept is to avoid the repetitive value of attributes, right? Okay, suppose attribute name is student name, and you don't want to repeat the student name again and again, right? You want to display unique student name, then you use the distinct keyword, right? So what is the basic concept of distinct? अगर हम प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज के टर्म्स में बात करें, इन द टर्म्स ऑफ सी प्रोग्रामिंग, राइट? सो एक एरे में नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स हैं 1 2 3 and again 1 2 3. I want to display unique elements in that array, right? So what is the mechanism? The mechanism is that you choose a first number and then compare with the others number, right? When you compare with the others number and the same number is occurrence or in your any places in your array, so that number is nullified because your number already hold in your hand and you want to display unique number, so there is no need to display this number, so this number is nullified. Okay, so this is a basic concept. In this part you perform the comparisons, right? When you perform the comparison, it takes additional time, right? And now the concept of joining, right? So when we perform the joining, we already know we perform the Cartesian, right? So in this example, we discuss both the aspect. First aspect is join and second aspect of distinct, right? In general query, being a beginner point of view. And then how to improve this query, being an expert point of view or a best practices point of view, that is a second solution. So we take care one by one each and every things, right? Before go through this part, first we analyze the table, right? So table 1, that is a salesman table, this contains the 6 records. Okay. Now table 2, again this table, sales table is contains 6 records. And table 3, product table, again this table is contains 6 records. And the last table, sell detail, it's contains 13 records. Okay, right? Now in this part of query, okay, we use select distinct as name from salesman. This is the first table. Okay, this is the second table, this is third table, and this is fourth table. One and most important thing, when you perform the join between the two tables, at least one joining condition is necessary. So It means if you're using the 4 table, minimum 3 conditions are required for the joining purpose, right? So in this part, we check the 3 conditions are here, right? This is the first condition, second and third, right? Now, so table 1 contains 6 record, okay? Table 2 contain 6 record. Table 3 contain 6 record. And table 4 contain 13 record. Okay. Now, if you perform the first join between the table salesman and cell, right? So it means you have to number of comparison 6 into 6. Okay. 36 comparisons. Okay, for the matching conditions. Clear? Now again the next table in is cells and cell detail, right? So cell details contain 13 records. Okay. So if this table is contain 13 records, so it means you multiply 13 into 6. So 78 comparisons are required for this purpose. Okay. Now next the product ID and sorry, then P stand for product and SD means cell details. So again 13 into 6 comparisons are required. Okay. So total comparisons are again 78. So this is a total comparison for joining case, right? 78 plus 78 plus 36, right? After performing the join, one more additional condition, that is PA description equal to basketball. So after performing this query, we find, suppose for sometimes we forget this distinct. We simply write down the S name, right? So after performing this query, we got the 7 S name, right? Okay. Now, if we find out the 7 S name, so and that we use the distinct keyword. So in 7 records, in 7 names, suppose the name is A, B, and C, right? This record is again repeat A, B, C, and A, right? A, B, C, and A, right? This is the final output without applying on the distinct, right? So this is the part. Now, if you use the distinct keyword, again the comparison is start, searching is start. We pick the first record, A, and check the remaining records. If the A is occur, is anywhere, then that record is nullified. So it means if we take care of this A, remaining 6 comparisons are available for that purpose, right? Again, this record is settled down, so you write it down A, right? Now, we take care for B. So again, B is searching out each and everywhere, and again, B is settled down, right? Now, again, we check C. So C, again, C is settled down. So at least each and every time we have performed some comparisons, right? It takes additional time. Is that clear? So in this part of query, first the join take the time and the second part is distinct take the time, right? How to optimize this query? Two different parts. First is join and second is distinct, right? So we take care of both the part one by one. We check S name. S name comes from the single table, right? So on the basis of nested query, if the outputs come from the single table, then we use the nested query, right? Is that clear? So it means in this part we use some part as a nested query and remaining part as a joint parts, right? Clear? One thing. And how to remove the distance? That is a separate thing. So we check the enhanced query. In enhanced query, we find out the SID, salesman ID, right? On the basis of joining concept, right? But In this part, the joining comparison is minimum in comparison to previous one. Why? Because in this part we use only three tables: cells, cell detail, and product. Right? Cells contain 6 records. Okay. Cell detail contain 13 records, and product contain 6 records. Okay. The three tables are available for the join, so at least minimum two joining conditions, right? So here the two joining conditions, first and second. So first produce cells and cell detail, it means 13 into 6, so 78 comparisons are there. Okay, and now next part is product and product ID, it means SSD and product, right? So 78 comparisons again. Okay, so in previous one this is a little bit minimum, but the next part. Now after performing this query we achieve the output in 1 2 3, again 1 2 3, and again 1, right? One id is represent the A, right? Two ids represent the B, right? And three ids represent the C. Okay, clear? Okay, क्लियर है ये पार्ट? अब इस पार्ट को आगे अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं. नाउ select s name from salesman where sid in, right? Now the outer queries come to the picture. Now sid we take a sid from the salesman table and compare the entire part of this subqueries. So this subqueries produce the result 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 1, right? Clear? So when we compare the sid1, the entire part of this, right? So there is no other comparison, one is exist in this part, yes it is exist, then print this value, that's it. There is no comparisons, right? One is exist in first time, that's okay, remaining parts is complete. Two is exist, yes two is exist, then print, remaining comparisons are stopped here. And third one, see third is exist, printed. Next 4, 5, 6, if some other IDs are available in salesman table, so 4, 5, 6 are not available, so there is no comparisons, the statement is terminated. So this is a minimum time in comparison to this query, because there is no additional comparison for a distinct purpose, right? You solve this part as a next table, right? So this query is more efficient in previous one. Now we run this query so you can easily judge this thing, right? It takes little bit time. Now this query, it display more rapidly in comparison to this one, right? In this case, the database size is very minimum, 6 record and 13 record. If the record size 100, 200 or 1000, 10,000 or 50,000, so this query is goes to slow down again and again, right? But this query performance is still remains same, right? Is that clear? So that is the one part, how to optimize our query. So in this part, we focus on the how to remove the distinct blocks, right? Most of the time, right, we can eliminate the distinct clause, but it is not easy as a fresher's point of view. So when you practice more and more, then you are capable to how to reduce the query or how to optimize the query from one जो आपने initially दिया original query to alternate queries या optimized queries, right? Okay, now move on the next part. Okay, some other best practices concepts are available here. The first is, that is a important thing. Unintentionally, we do this thing most of the time. So be careful about these things. Avoid unnecessary computational overhead in where or having clause. What is the meaning of this statement? Most of the time, we check the condition in where, right? We use the where clause in condition purpose, not the operational purpose, right? But in this query we use the part as a operational purpose. We perform the salary plus 1000 operation is here, and then we compare this part. So let's assume each and every comparison will take 1 second, okay? And each and every operation additional operation is performed the 1 second. So it means this statement takes total 2 seconds. Okay, for single row, right? If the table contain 100 row, it means multiply with hundreds. So this query takes 200 seconds, right? Is that clear? Now focus on the alternative parts. In this part, we directly use salary is greater than 25,000. So we simply perform the calculation part, right? Not in where clause, we directly perform the right hand side. We subtract this part from the resultant which is given conditions, right? So we subtract this part. Now the query is salary is greater than 25,000. So this comparison take 1 second. We have a 100 comparison. So total time is 100 seconds. Which one is minimized? This one, right? And that is additional time, double time. Why this query takes double time? Because we use the some additional operation in where clause. So always avoid these things when you design a SQL query, right? So this is an important thing. Okay, now we run this query and check the performance of the query. It takes time little bit. Now this query is much faster than previous one because the comparisons are minimum, right? Operations are minimum, not comparison. Operations are minimum, right? Clear it is? So in first query, first the salary is added with 10,000 and then check the condition. But in second query, we directly check the condition. So second query is but obvious, it's more suitable in previous one, right? So that is another concept for optimization or best practices of the SQL queries. Now, next part. Again, this is a important thing we already discussed in index concepts, right? So again, we focus on that part. Avoid function in where clause as the index will not be used if the index column is referred as part of expression, right? The query below fetches all employees who have joined in last 12 months, right? This is a query, last 12 months, okay? So if you index on DOG, date of joining, right, column, and you use this particular attribute with the help of functions. So the index concept is nullified, right? We already discussed when we use the index column with the help of functions, that means the index is not what, right? So in this part, the first problem is that months between, this is a function. And in this function, we use system date comma dog is less than equal to 18. So now the execution of this query, each and every column of this particular part, right, in this table, each and every dog fetch one by one and evaluate here, right? First evaluate and then change the condition, right? Is that clear? So number of times this operation is called, suppose we have a 5 rows, so this operation perform 5 times and then 5 comparisons. Okay, clear? Now in this query, we little bit change in this query. We use dog. Dog is indexed, so we use separately without using any functions. Where dog, now the index column is worked, so index concept is still alive, right? Dog greater than equal to add month, sys date minus 18. That is a logically conceptually correct thing. We evaluate this thing or we evaluate this thing, both are the similar, but the difference is that in this query each and every part are evaluated one by one. So each and every time the row fetches the record, dog fetches the record from the table 1 2 3 4 and 5, and each time this operation is performed. But in this part the operation performs single time and then we compare the date of joining with that operation. So operation performed single time and comparison at 5 times, total 6. In this part 5 times operation plus 5 time comparison, total 6, 10 times. So which one is lesser? Enhanced query is lesser, right? This query is more optimized, more economical in comparison to this query. So always focus on these 3 things when we design a SQL query, right? Never perform the functions, right, with the help of attributes. If it is possible, logically, if it is possible, so you change your concept or idea, right? This is a easy method. So definitely, being a fresher, this solution directly come into the mind. This solution has never come to the mind being a fresher's point of view, right? So based on practice, towards think on that directions, so you can develop these types of queries. Okay. Now, the explanation part, in the first query, the function will be evaluated against each row and index on DOG cannot use. In this part, DOG is not used, so the wastage of indexing, right? Clear? In the modify query, the function would be evaluate only once. This function is evaluated once, and the index is also covered. So this query is more faster than in comparison to previous year or this query, right? Now check the performance of both the query. Is there any problem? Okay, कोई बात नहीं. The thing is clear. Now next part. So union and union all. This is again common concept. What is the difference between union and union all? So again, the comparison things are working, right? When you perform the union, we take an example, right? Okay. So set A and set B, right? We take an example. This is a set A and this is a set B. Okay. Set A contain 1 and 2, two elements, and set B contain 2 and 3, two elements. Now, if you perform the union, okay, right? So the output is 1. This one is compared with the another giving set. So 1 is not available. So display the resultant set is contained 1. Now 2 is available here. So this 2 is nullified and 2 is display here. Repeated value is not allowed in union, right? Now again 2 is exhausted, so this set is complete. Now we check that this set, the 3 is only statement and this set is exhausted, so 3 is in resultant set. So 1 2 3 is a output of union. Now we're talking about the union all, right? When we talking about the union all, so 1 2, the first set of element, and now second set of element 2 and 3, right? So in this part there is no comparison, they directly display the output, but the problem is that the repetitive value. So when you design the query and you know the things ki, your records are mutually exclusive, so you never use the union, you always use the union all, because union take the additional time in comparison to union all, right? So we check this thing in this query. In first part, the query is that the query below fetch employees who do not have a manager, right? The first part is who do not have a manager, or second, employees who manager does not have a manager. Employee whose manager does not have a manager means हमें एक लेवल पे मैनेजर चेक करना है एंड सेकंड लेवल पे मैनेजर का मैनेजर चेक करना है, राइट? सो लेवल 2 लेवल्स हो गए, टॉप लेवल्स एंड सेकंड लेवल्स, राइट? So first part easy था, select ename from employees where manager is null. This is the first query. Now second query हमने solve करी, select ename from employee E1 where exists. Now the one more concept is come to the picture when we use the correlated subqueries, right? When you use the correlated subqueries and you use the concept of exist, right? So when you use the concept of exist, that is directly related to true and false relationship, there is no directly comparison between the attributes, right? So in this part we use constant value 1, right? Instead of 1, if you use the asterisk, okay, or you use the any attributes name, right? So it takes additional time. So most of the time you can easily check in anywhere when you use the exist statement. Most of the time we use the constant part in select statement in inner query, right? So that is essential, because the select statement is never used, right? The select part is never used from the outer query, right? So we can use constant term rather than asterisk or some attribute name. It take additional time. So constant display always the constant. So there is no fetching the conditions from the table and then put the record is here. So this time is safe, right? Is that clear? So always when we use the exist or not exist statement in select, we always use the constant value. Is that clear? So that is the next concept of best practices of SQL exercises, right? Now, in exist point of view, select one from employee E2, right, where even manager equal to E2.id and E2.manager is null. Now, this is the second part of solutions. Now we perform the union. And already I told you are mutually exclusive. We know the things, the set of elements A and the set of elements B are mutually exclusive. They are not repeated, right? So at that case, if you use the union, right, that is more time consuming in comparison to union all, right? So in this query, we use the union, and in this query, we use the union all, right? Both the query are same. The difference is that in this part we use union and in this part we use the union null. Now check the performance of the query, right? It takes time little bit in comparison to previous one. The display minimum time, right? So when we perform the union, or I'm already told you again the comparison is start, right? So suppose here are the 5 records only. Suppose these records are 50, 60 or 70 records. So again the comparison is starts, it takes the additional time. But you use the union all, so there is no comparison, right? After performing the both the query directly, the result is display. So this query is more faster than in comparison to union, right? So that is a next concept for query optimization or best practices. Now, again, the interesting concept we already discussed, but again we revise these things, right? Do not use having clause without any aggregate functions. Use where clause instead. I've already told you this thing when we discussed the nested part or nested group by statement and having clause, right? So first, we understand the concept. Select DEPT. DEPT means department name, right? This is a non-group function, right? Okay. Now the second part, round AVG salary, comma 2 as average salary. This is a group function, aggregate function, and this is non-aggregate function. So this is a root cause of error. So we use the group by statement. So this is a right query. Okay. Now this part. But in this query, the silly mistake is that it's not a mistake, but it's a silly that kind of bugs. We can say bugs. This query is produce the output definitely, and this query is also produce the output. But the complexity point of view, this query take maximum time. This query take minimum time. Okay. Now in this part, we check having department in. Now, having is used for the aggregate point of view. If you want to check the average salary condition, then you use the having clause. If you want to check simple department name, so there is no need to use having department in ETA and ICP. That is a wastage of time. Why this is a wasting of time? Again, you use the having department in. So having is represent for the group purpose. So group department, group by department. So DEPT is grouped. Now, this group statement is comparison for ETA, and again this group statement comparison for ICA. So it takes double time, right? If you use this ETA and ICP, and instead of having clause, you use the where condition, right? Where department in ETA and ICP. So this is a simple comparison, not aggregate comparison, right? Not group comparison. Group comparison. First you create a group and then you compare that, right? So it takes additional time. But in this part, you directly comparisons of ETA and ICP. So it takes minimum time and then you perform the group. So in this part, you perform single group, right? In this part, you perform two group for the checking purpose. So it takes double time rather comparison to this part, right? So this is a more is efficient query in comparison to this. So always keep in your mind, never check ungroup function in having clause. अब क्वेश्चन जनरेट होता है, सर आपने अनग्रुप फंक्शन तो वैसे ही चेक नहीं होता, राइट, हैविंग में, बट अनग्रुप फंक्शन अगर ग्रुप कर लिया है आपने तो आप उसे हैविंग में चेक कर सकते हो, राइट। सो आपको ये चीज नहीं करनी है, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दिस थिंग, दैट क्लियर। ऑलवेज इन हैविंग क्लॉज वी चेक aggregate functions only, not created aggregate attributes, right? Created aggregate sorry, created aggregate attributes means group by statement. Suppose you use group by dept, so dept is treated as a group statement, so don't check dept condition in having clause. This is a simple ungroup condition, ungroup attributes, so you directly check into where clause, right? Now check the performance of both the query. This is faster than in comparison to this, right? Because you perform the double times of grouping, and in this part you perform a single time grouping, so this is a faster than this one. Okay, now we already discussed this concept, again revise. Avoid using negative search if possible, right? इसका मीनिंग क्या है? सपोज अगर हम आपसे बोलते हैं आपकी क्लास में प्रेजेंट और एब्सेंट स्टूडेंट्स है, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम हम मान के क्या चलते हैं, क्लास में प्रेजेंट स्टूडेंट्स की क्वांटिटी हमेशा ज्यादा होती है, इन एक्सेप्शनल केस अगर छोड़ दें। तो नॉर्मल अगर हम वर्किंग आवर्स की बात करें, वर्किंग डेज की बात करें, तो हमारे पास में प्रेजेंट की क्वांटिटी हमेशा ज्यादा होती है और एब्सेंट की कम होती है। अब अगर हम निगेटिव सर्च लगा दें, राइट, कि हमारे पास में जो जो स्टूडेंट एब्सेंट हैं यानी जो प्रेजेंट नहीं है उनको चेक करो, सो हमारे पास में अगर 40 स्टूडेंट है और एक एब्सेंट है तो हमें 39 कंपैरिजंस करने पड़ रहे हैं, राइट, क्लियर। और उसी की जगह अगर हम डायरेक्टली एब्सेंट को चेक करा लें, सो इट्स अ मिनिमम टाइम कंपैरिजन, राइट। सो इन दिस पॉइंट देखो, select e name from employees where department does not equal to eta, राइट। सो हम ETA को चेक कर रहे हैं 1 से लेके लास्ट तक, रादर देन हम डायरेक्टली चेक कर लेना वेयर डिपार्टमेंट इक्वल टू ICP, राइट। तो इस केस में हमें सारे रिकॉर्ड्स को चेक करना है 1 बाय 1। इस केस में हमारे पास में ICP जहां पे भी एग्जिस्ट करेगा उसको हम डायरेक्टली डिस्प्ले करा देंगे भी, राइट। सो दिस क्वेरी इज मच फास्टर देन दिस वन, राइट, चेक दिस। क्यों होगी फास्टर? अब क्वेश्चन जनरेट होता है तो उसका मीनिंग बताते हैं आपके पास में। जब आप किसी भी चीज को इंडेक्स करते हो, तो हमने ऑलरेडी बोला हुआ था नेगेटिव सर्च में इंडेक्स वर्क नहीं करता है, इज दैट क्लियर? तो जब इंडेक्स वर्क नहीं करेगा और आपके पास में लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ डेटा है, तो बट ऑब्वियस है इट टेक्स मैक्सिमम टाइम, और इफ you use the positive condition with the help of index, so it always gives the best result, right? Clear? सो नेगेटिव आपके पास में सर्च में कभी भी इंडेक्स वर्क नहीं करता, और डीपीटी हमारे पास में इंडेक्स था, तो जब ये इंडेक्स था तो हम इसे पॉजिटिवली सर्च पे यूज कर लें, सो इट गिव द बेस्ट रिजल्ट फॉर अस, राइट। क्लियर है? यहां तक किसी को कोई डाउट है? ओके, नाउ मूव ऑन द नेक्स्ट पार्ट। ओके, this is a classical example of count asterisk and count attributes. We already discussed again this concept, right? So count asterisk, what is the meaning of count asterisk and what is the meaning of count particular attributes? So we already discussed asterisk contain the null part and attributes name is not contain the null part. So we take an example so we can easily understand this thing. Suppose we add a one record 7, right? The name is A and the location is null. Now, if you perform the count asterisk, right? So it gives the 7 records. But if you perform the location, count location, it gives the 6 record, right? Why? Because the null is not count when you use the count attributes, right? So when you use the count location, so in this part, we display only the total counting 6, but we use the count asterisk, then the total number of records are 7. So this is the difference. Now in this part आपको यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा चेंज करना है, यहाँ SID नहीं है, count, ठीक है, SID। ओके, अब देखते हैं क्वेरी को, समझते हैं क्या मीनिंग है इन दोनों का। आपको यहाँ पे क्या दिया हुआ है, use adjust clause and fetch some attributes, sorry, find if any salesman has made air sales on 1st Jan in London, use the following query. आपको उस पर्टिकुलर सेल्समैन की काउंटिंग करनी थी जिसने आपके पास में लंदन में इस पर्टिकुलर डेट में सेल की है, राइट। सो अगेन सिंपल हमने यहाँ पे ज्वाइनिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट लगाया हुआ है, क्लियर। तो ज्वाइन का कॉन्सेप्ट है सेल्समैन और सेल्स की टेबल्स में 66 रिकॉर्ड कंटेन कर रहे हैं, 36 कंपैरिजन होंगे, उसके बेसिस पे हमारे पास में एक सेल्समैन ऐसा है जिसने आपके पास में लंदन में सेल की हुई है, तो यहाँ से हमें काउंटिंग 1 मिल गई, राइट। एस्टेरिस्क सिंबल यूज किया हुआ है। सपोज कुछ इस तरीके की कंडीशन होती है कि आपके पास में वहां पे नल भी अलाउ हो होता है, राइट। तो अगर एट दैट केस नल वाला पार्ट भी आपके पास में आता, राइट, तो यहाँ पे आपके पास में आउटपुट में कंडीशन चेंज हो जाती है, राइट। अब इसी पार्ट को आपने कैसे सॉल्व किया हुआ है, विद द हेल्प ऑफ नेक्स्टेड क्वेरी। जब आप नेक्स्टेड क्वेरी पे सॉल्व कर रहे हो तो देखो क्या यूज कर रहे हो आप, सिलेक्ट काउंट SID फ्रॉम सेल्समैन वेयर लोकेशन इक्वल टू लंदन, दिस इज द फर्स्ट पार्ट, राइट। सिंपल कंडीशन है, काउंट करना है, SID को प्रिंट हो जाएगा। नाउ सेकंड पार्ट हमने कंडीशन में यूज किया हुआ है एंड एग्जिस्ट ब्रैकेट के अंदर सिलेक्ट 1। सो हमने आपको पहले भी बोला था जब ऑलरेडी कोरिलेटेड सब क्वेरीज यूज करते हैं तो यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या यूज करते हैं, कांस्टेंट पार्ट। सो हमें केवल ये चेक करना है क्या इस क्वेरी का कोई आउटपुट आएगा कि नहीं आएगा। यस, इस क्वेरी का आउटपुट आ रहा है, तो अगर इस क्वेरी का आउटपुट आ रहा है तो बाहर वाली क्वेरी का आउटपुट डिस्प्ले कर, राइट। सो इस क्वेरी, सो इन दिस केस आपके पास में कंपैरिजन क्या हो गए, मिनिमम हो गए, प्लस आपके पास में क्वेरी एग्जीक्यूशन फास्ट हो गया। थर्ड पार्ट जो आपने SID यूज किया हुआ है उस SID के करस्पॉन्डिंग आपके पास में आप जो एस्टिकनल वाला पार्ट था उसको आपने इजीली हैंडल कर लिया है, क्लियर, राइट। तो ये चीज क्लियर हुई। नाउ नेक्स्ट पार्ट पे आते हैं आपके पास में, बात को ये करूं, किसी को कोई डाउट है इस वाले पार्ट में, इफ आई हैव एनी डाउट्स आस्क मी। ओके, नेक्स्ट पार्ट पे आते हैं, इस क्वेरी को रन करा के देख लेते हैं, राइट। ये मच फास्टर एग्जीक्यूट हुई इन कंपैरिजन टू दिस, ऑलरेडी डिस्कस है कि क्यों ये चीज़ें हो रही हैं, क्यों आपके पास में टाइम ज़्यादा लग रहा है, तो यहाँ पे आपके पास में क्वेरी फास्ट एग्जीक्यूट हो रही है। तो बोथ द रीजंस आर क्लियर, राइट, दोनों रीजंस आपको क्लियर थे। नाउ for this MCQ, which of the following equivalent query would be best from performance perspectives? Assume that quotation table contain an index on Q status column, right? You already index on Q state column. So it means the index concept is come to the picture. So in negation, right, index are not work. So this is not give the best performance, right? Okay. Now this query select quotation from, quotation where, quotation in. This is a positive and quotation status is index. So this query give the best results, right? Now next part, select quotation ID from quotation group by quotation ID and queue status. Now this queue status, normally the queue status is ungrouped, but you are forcefully grouped here, right? And again you check the ungrouped attribute, right, treated as a grouped attributes and check here, right, queue status not in, right. So that is a problematic thing in term of time complexity, so it not give the best results, right. And the concept of indexing is also violated because you use the negative search, right. And in this part the same thing is used but the index concept is working, right, clear. So अगर हम इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेरी को सबसे पहले मिनिमम टाइम, फिर उससे मैक्सिमम टाइम, फिर उससे मैक्सिमम टाइम एग्जीक्यूट करें, so this query takes the minimum time, right, this is more than that, this is more than that, and the last, this is highest time taken query, right, clear. So that is the execution of the queries, right, in respective of time. So टाइम के करस्पॉन्डिंगली हमारे पास में क्वेरी किस तरीके से एग्जीक्यूट होती है, ये चीजें हम लोगों को क्लियर हुई, राइट। और इस पर्टिकुलर जो आपके पास में टॉपिक का मीनिंग क्या था कि जब हम क्वेरीज लिखते हैं, राइट, सो वी टेक केयर अबाउट दीज थिंग्स कि हमारे पास में क्वेरी का जो टाइम है वो अननेसेसरी हम इंक्रीज तो नहीं कर रहे हैं, राइट? समटाइम्स क्वेरी आर कॉम्प्लेक्स, सो इट्स अवर रिक्वायरमेंट कि हम 4 to 5 6 ज्वाइन यूज करें, दैट इज essential or necessary things, right? So we can use, but हम unnecessary जहाँ पे time so taking process लगा रहे हैं उनको हम eliminate कर सकें, right? So this particular topic based on that part, optimization of the query. Okay, so यहाँ तक का part सबको clear हो गया होगा I feel. So move on the next part.